So you can probably tell I'm in a slightly different place than normal, and for anyone who watches my vlogs, you may be able to work out that this is Mike's room. Now a lot has happened in the last week. I got my Spooky Box Clubs delivered to my parents' house, which was delivered on like Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, and I thought, right, I need to go over, I'll film in my bedroom, because I was going over every Wednesday. But then things changed and I was going to go over on Thursday to film, and then on Thursday they made the beautiful announcement that there was COVID-19 in the school, and therefore I had to go get a test and I couldn't go home. So I've had to come, well, not come back here because I was here anyway, but I am now at Mike's. I have moved all my filming stuff back over here. I'm using my new Philips Hue Go-To as my lighting, so hopefully that's okay. I know it's not perfect, but it's the best I have right now. And yes, just if you hear strange sound in the background, it's because I'm in a room full of animals. Jim's just getting watered, so his like little pumps going, lots going on. But I couldn't wait any longer. I had to film my Spooky Box Club. So no idea what the themes are, but Mike actually has scissors, so I don't have to use random sharp things from my room. If you can't tell, as with every month for the last 4 months, I want to say, they've given us 2 boxes. So let's see the themes, then we can work out which one is which. So the first one I've picked out says My Spooky Staycation, which is box 66. And then I have, The Craft, which is box 65. So we will open this one first, and then I will do a separate video for the second one, if that's okay. So super excited by the look of this one. The sticker is just black. It says The Craft in like very kind of standard gothic writing, and it's box 65 with some stars. So I'm thinking maybe like some like quotes from the film The Craft in here, kind of witchy things, maybe like a print. I think we've actually had a print before that said "We are the weirdos, mister," so who knows, but let's see. It was a long time since they did print that on anything, so you never know. Right, blind unboxing as usual. Seems like I've just got used to unboxing these Spooky Box Clubs in various different places since the pandemic began. So first I have the cheat sheet, which we will come to later. Then I can't feel any packaging like bubble things on the top, but I can feel something fabric, so we'll take that out first. Okay, something large. I'm thinking it's either a bag or a pillowcase. Ooh. Oh, it looks like it's a massive bag. Now that is awesome. I love this. Okay, so this says Witchy Stitch, and it's for handmade hexes and crafts. It's basically a massive craft bag. And it's purple on the inside. Now this is going to be so perfect for my knitting. I'm doing some knitting at the moment, but when I've been doing like cross stitching, this is a lovely size. I'd say it's like nearing on like A4 size, and it does have a nice like wide kind of width to it. Yes, good depth, good width as well, and I just love this. It's so cool, and definitely something I'm going to be able to like utilize in everyday life. So the kind of print itself is this kind of, I was going to say white, but it's more silver, like a silvery transfer. It's actually like almost painted on there rather than a transfer, so it's not kind of, you can't distinguish where it begins and ends. Around it there's like little plants, there's like a little spool of cotton with a needle and pins, a needle up there. At first I thought this was a razor, so that's good, but no, I think that's also meant to be cotton. I just think that is so nice. It's a really, really good size. As a comparison, I've got my makeup bag here, which was by them, and you can see it's kind of almost like double that. This would also be perfect for if you're not a crafty person to use for makeup palettes, because I think pretty much even my biggest makeup palette would fit in here. It has a really sturdy zip at the top, and then what I really liked about the purple inside is Ooh, it has pockets. I didn't know it had pockets. It's got pockets, which I love, but also it is in this kind of like waterproof feeling material, the kind of material they usually put within the little like makeup bags and cosmetic things. So this is really nice. I guess that also means if you're doing like cross stitch or something, or any cross really, and you're traveling, it stops it from potentially getting wet. Like I feel like if water like dropleted, if it rained on this bag, the inside would stay relatively dry. So I literally love that. That is so nice. It feels a really nice quality. It's got the little spooky box label on the side. First thing I absolutely love. Right, okay, so I thought the craft meant that it was to do with the film The Craft, so maybe it's more of a crafting box, which I'm totally in for. Either side, like either way, I'm down. Okay, next up is something. Well, something magnetic, because whatever this is stuck to it. So let's just go for this one first. It's like a card. Ooh, the golden snake embroidery scissors for snipping threads and stabbing hearts. If that is not the coolest thing I've ever seen, I don't know what it is. It does have some kind of like, I think this is Chinese, but correct me if I'm wrong, symbols down the side. So perhaps this is like a traditional thing, the golden snake. I'm not actually sure, but if you do know, please do leave it down below. Ooh, now these are the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. I am so obsessed. These are just, I can't get over it. These are so cool. They're gold, obviously because it's golden snake, and then you've got these two snakes that twist around. And the scissors, they feel so nice. And it's got this like cute little, well, this tassel, which is a bit, like it's cute, but it's a little bit in the way. But they are so nice. I need like something to cut. Let's see. Will it cut this? So smooth. These would be really good for like fringe cutting. When you're trying to get rid of all those like random bits. Literally obsessed. One of the best things I think we've got in so long. Oh, now I know that this box is for crafting. I am just absolutely so excited. Okay, so I'm gonna put this straight in this little craft bag. These are cute. Actually, do I still have the packet here without having to like look in the box? Did I put it in the box? Yes. I'm gonna put it back in the box. They are so cool. I can honestly hand on heart say if I was to have seen that listed on a website, I would have bought it. I am in love. Okay. Next up, let's find that thing that was magnetic. The only thing I can think of craft wise which is magnetic is a needle keeper. Like, so when you have like embroidery, you have like a nice thing on the top. So I, for example, bought one from the Midnight Crafter that was like a cat, and then it has a magnet on the bottom and another magnet, and then you magnet them together with the material inside. So that holds it in place, and then you can put your needle on the top to stop you from losing it. So that's all I can think of really craft wise. It's a ghost. It is, it's a needle minder. Oh, these are so cool. Okay, and this one glows in the dark to keep your pins and needles safe and securely attached. So cool. Okay, Spooky Box Club, I did not see this coming and I am obsessed. Let me show you what I mean when I was saying about a needle keeper, because I feel like my description wasn't too good. So here is your like little ghost who is so adorably cute, and you can tell he like glows in the dark as well. Like he's that kind of like greeny yellowy hue that kind of shows you, and then it has the magnet on the back. So you basically slide it off and you've got that double magnet. And then if, for example, this is my beautiful piece of embroidery that I was doing, I would take the front of the ghost and put it, you know, wherever was a convenient place, and then put the other part of the magnet on the back, and then it holds it in place, as you can see. And then when you have your needle, you can chuck it on. Let me get you a needle so I can show you. Okay, so I got this is just like a little tin that we keep our pins and needles on. It used to actually be used for matches. It's like a proper old school match tin, but in here we have various different pins and needles. I'll use this one since it came out first. So if you wanted somewhere, like imagine this was your sewing needle, you just chuck it on there, and because it's magnetic it will hold on to it and it keeps it safe. These are so good for if you were doing cross stitch, because like you're cross stitching, you've got your thread like in your needle, and then you're like, oh, it's time for dinner, so you can just plop it on your little ghost and he'll look after it for you, and then when it's ready you can just slide it off and carry on. It's very similar to how like a pin is, if that makes sense, where you can like put it where you want, but the beauty of it is you can slide it around, you can move it about. It's strong enough not to slide without like a good amount of force, and also it doesn't damage your piece of art or craft, so that is amazing. You could also easily wear a needle minder as a pin. In fact, I actually kind of prefer them to pins because you can put them on literally anything and of any thickness, and it doesn't make a hole, so they're just so handy in that respect. I would be really careful if I was wearing this. I mean, it can be flicked and it's fine, but you know, it isn't like clipped together like a pin, but it's magnetically attracted together. Okay, next thing. Literally loving this box, hating this setup. Okay, next up we have, it feels like another fabric item, and it feels very like, it feels like a miniature version of the craft bag. Ooh, okay, it is, and this one says Notions Potions. Ooh, so this, let me get the wrapper off. This looks like the perfect size to go inside this, if that makes sense, or you could definitely use them as separate things. I wonder if, yes, it does fit perfectly in the little pocket that's in there, so that's really handy. Again, I'd maybe use this for keeping my smaller things in here, like kind of my needle keepers and my scissors, and then have my main project in the actual bag. Again, it's that same like purple innards. The zip is quite small. It feels like almost unnaturally like tight, if that makes sense. Like it feels like it should open a bit more, but it doesn't, because it has this bit of fabric over there, which that one has the same. It's not a problem at all, it's just yeah, a smaller compartment. Again, you could use this for makeup. It'll be really good for just storing like fake eyelashes in, or if you're someone who has like, I have loads of eyeliners, so like all my eyeliners could go in there, or mascaras. But that is so cute. Again, exactly the same. Yeah? Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, I'll message him now. Oh, that's so good. Sorry, I completely don't know where I was. Cute little bag. Nicely made, good size, and I like the fact that it matches. Same kind of print. This one has a little cauldron. No, that one doesn't have a cauldron on it. So this one has a cauldron, and buttons. Oh, the other one did have a button. But again, the same kind of needles and pins and stuff. So, oh, I've got so many messages coming through. So yes, absolutely love that. Really cute. I love things that match, so that will go nicely together. Also, like when we do move out and I have my Halloween room, I'm planning to have like a crafting area, so I can like keep all my crafts in one place, and I feel like they'd look really nice like on display as well, not just packed away in a cupboard. Okay, so then we have, oh, I thought this was a sweet, but I've now realized it is like a measuring tape. Oh, and it's black. I've not seen a black one before. So kind of your standard measuring tape, perfect for making things. It is a good size. I think it's like oh, okay, so it's 60 centimeters. Is that all? No. It's 60 inches, which equates to 152 centimeters, which is really good. This will pretty much go like to your height. So if you're making a dress, it would work for all of the measurements that you need. I really like that. I love the fact that it's black. I think if they had just given us a bog standard white one, you know, one that you can get from a Christmas cracker, it wouldn't have been so spooky, but this is so cute. I do actually have a measuring tape for, I was trying to do like a weight loss thing where I was just measuring myself rather than weighing myself. So I do have a white one already for that, but I do not have a black one. And to be honest, I haven't done much kind of seamstress crafting, but I definitely will have to. Now I have a black one. I'm gonna put that in the little bag so I don't lose it. Love that. The cute little kind of, I like the fact that they're giving us stuff to put in our craft bags. Okay, so next up in here is, these feels like the sweets. So they've been putting different sweets in every time. They're not really themed. Nope, these are just, ooh, Z candy. Shall we go for peach, green apple, blue raz, or wild cherry? I'm feeling a bit like a wild cherry today. Is it bubblegum? Let me just check before I swallow it. Doesn't actually say. Doesn't say. I'd assume it would say bubble. Oh, no, it is flavored gum. We'll try it. We'll see. It's easy to chew. You know how sometimes bubble gum can be really like hurt your jaw? Okay, next up, this box is definitely feeling more empty. There's like, oh no, there's a couple of things. Was there no pin in here? I feel like there wasn't a pin because we got the cute little needle minder. Let's go for the smaller thing because it feels like it could be like needles or pins. What? These are unreal. These are the coolest things I think I've seen in my whole entire life. They are pins, but they're not just pins. They are batty head pins. They are literal like sewing pins. And I love the fact that they've put like little kind of star confetti at the bottom. Okie dokie. Look at these pins. If these aren't the coolest pins you've seen in your life, then you're lying, because I have never seen pins like this before, and my life will never be the same. I will never be able to use normal pins anymore because you can get bat pins. Did you know this? Did you know you could get bat pins? These are so cool. Let me just chuck one on my needle minder. Okay, turns out these ones are not magnetic, which is annoying. Okay, no, they're not magnetic. I just flip it in there. Let's, for example, take this piece of fabric and you pop your pin through. They're like nice and sharp. So enough, they're a really nice length. They're a really nice length. And look, they're like little bats. Oh my goodness, I can't cope with this. This is so cool. I better save the other one before I forget. These are the coolest pins I have seen in my whole life. I now cannot wait to set up my crafting station when I move house because I have bat themed pins. These are the coolest things since sliced bread. They feel nice and steady. They're not magnetic, just so you know. Okay, and the last thing, I did just get a little glimpse of it, and it looks like it's a cross stitch set, which I love myself a cross stitch set. So yes, it is. It is a cross stitch decoration and it says spooky. I absolutely love cross stitch. I do loads of it. This is a really nice simple pattern. Let's see if the instructions for following the pattern are easy enough for someone who doesn't know how to cross stitch. So straight up, the Ada itself is quite small. It's not going to be impossible to do anything on that. It's still a good enough size, but it is quite small. But it seems like the kind of Ada that holds its shape quite well. I've done cross stitches on linen, which are just really hard to do. The needle does look slightly too thick for this Ada. Like, it's going to be quite a push to get that needle through when it does have the the floss in it, and it has kind of made like a little hole at the top, so I would use a different needle. Let's see, does my needle stick to my, oh good, my needle stuck to my needle holder. So you get the kind of perfect amount here, and then you do also get the embroidery hoop, so it's going to be quite a small piece. You think it's only going to be within that circle. Now they do give you one thing of floss, which will definitely be enough for anyone who is getting this and doesn't know. So you have your one strand of floss, but let me bring you in closer. Inside your like one bit of floss, there are all these tiny strands of floss, and if it is like a one strand stitch, you just use one of these little ones. If it's two, you use two. It's normally two, but sometimes it's four. So let's have a little look-see at the instructions. It says you're going to need scissors, which we handily dandy got. So the instructions seem really clear actually. You can see the floss that they've separated it. Yeah, so you're going to need two strands, which is fine, and actually it does show you quite clearly how to cross stitch, so that's really good. The pattern itself is quite small, it is tiny. I don't know if perhaps, yeah, the pattern is pretty much the same size as the hoop. But yeah, a really simple pattern, not the easiest pattern I've ever seen to follow, but easy enough I think for a beginner. So do let me know if you do get this and this is your first cross stitch. Let me know how you enjoyed it. Absolutely love cross stitch. I have done a few cross stitch videos, I do some floss tube videos, floss tube, all that jazz. So yeah, love this, absolutely love this box. I was definitely not expecting it to be a craft box. I thought it was going to be like based on the movie, and it wasn't. It was like still spooky and witchy, but like in a different way. But I'm still really pleased with it. Me from the future. I left to go eat my dinner and I realised I hadn't gone through the cheat sheet. So we got the Big Witch Stitch Project Clutch. We've got the Notions and Potions bag, the cross stitch kit, the sewing pins in a bottle, literally my favourite thing ever, the tailor's tape, fabric tape, the golden snake slippers, the ghost magnetic needle minder, which I just realised still has a needle on, and the sweets. So good. Anyway, Mike's just called to say that dinner's ready, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video here, and then I will come back after dinner and open this spooky staycation one, which I'm really excited for. So I will leave all the information down below as to how to subscribe to Spooky Box Club. I pay £25 a month on the 13th of every single month, and so I pay once a month, and I used to get one box a month, but since the whole outbreak of COVID-19 we've been getting 2 boxes a month just because they've had a little bit of a backlog. But I absolutely love this box. I give this box like 9 out of 10 bats. I am obsessed with it. So thank you very much for watching. If you do have any questions, comments, please leave them down below if it's anywhere you are. I hope you enjoy the shade, and I will see you next time. Bye.